Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 15 running. On train. Take 4.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A first down throw for Brissett. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 24. Now it's Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett over the middle, Dorsett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 21 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive taking. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I'm going to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Mahomes hit, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 65, 65. 66. Pull it. Half. Double up, double up. One, double up.
Brissett on 1st down. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Brissett to throw on 1st. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 56 to Mike. 56 is up.
Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage defensively by
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 41. I'm coming. He's coming. We got double up.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. Down is an 85-yard punt return, and the Bucs have taken the lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Fournette running out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put two men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball,
it's caught at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Philip Dorsett, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. Steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. pull it good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Mahomes now on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now here's Mahomes going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Brissett now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hines. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike's 54. Mike's 56.
On play action, Brissett is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags, a punt return touchdown, and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Burrito to get the third quarter started. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Brissett. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The throw right sideline here is complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7 on 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20.
Here we go. 50 10. Come on. 56. Do your job. Go.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Single.
43.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. After the penalty, it's Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Brissett now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
the way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Time to go. Night. Hustle.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Mike 5-4. Here we go.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And able to find Conley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Mike 56, right there, 56. 6 man. Check curls. Mike 56. Let's go.
1st down, Brissett. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure point, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check tight. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. 54's Mike. Check.
Again, it's Brissett. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Mike 5-4. Hey, defense, let's go.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Got you, boy.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Brissett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A lot of tired bodies on that field. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 41, Mike 41. In your face.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine. Take me inside.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down, Giants.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And again, it's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
We're set on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Brissett to throw on 1st. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Play action now. Brissett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Go to base. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And this is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Here's Brissett. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 16-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going up top. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Big hit.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Blue
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Keenan Allen, 79 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. So it was fourth down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. Fourth down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Brissett. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hines. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's James. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants,